Alright, so day one we're checking out this science feed. Now come aware of the fact that Carl Sagan's show Cosmos is coming back. And it's going to be hosted by
Neil Degrasse Tyson.
Day two, checking out Hulu, trying to figure out what to view and what happens to be on Season 1, Episode 1 of Cosmos, hosted by
Neil Degrasse Tyson.
Day 3, checking out the Colbert Report. Who happens to be the special guest that night?
For the 6th time.
Day 4, I wake up in the morning and my man Daniel done put it on his feed. He gonna get down to the U of M because there's a special presentation that's being hosted by Neil Degrasse Tyson. Now my homeboy Robert decides he's gonna skip science class so he can skip over to the science presentation, cause that's how my crew do. So we're down there Instagramming it up, busting off some selfies and things, you know what I'm saying? And on the way home, after this unbelievable presentation, it was wicked, I decided I'm gonna get some beers, cause y'all know how beer go with science, right? So I'm coming out the cold beer store, and who do I see? My homeboy Chris, and he's over at the bus stop. So I'm like, hey homie, where you headed to? And don't you know he's going a block and a half from where we're going. So I'm like, baby, jump in. And as we're rolling, he starts telling us about what happened to him the night before. Now, he was headed out to Kenora to go and host a video dance party. Crazy thing happens. Suddenly the front tire on the van falls off. And the way my man put it was this. Well, you know, we could have died and crashed off of that cliff, but it was a beautiful place. And we saw this beautiful sunset followed by this beautiful sunrise, because my man is beautiful like that. And when I saw him at the bus stop, he had just happened to be getting out of the tow truck that brought him back from this near-death experience. Now, on the way back, they're listening to the radio, so my man decides he's going to style the dial. And what does he bump into? A live stream broadcast coming from the U of M of the presentation that me and all my cats is at. Now, he didn't catch the whole thing. He only caught like the last 10 minutes. But I'm like, that's 4 days and 4 dudes converging on this 10 minutes. So you know I had to tell somebody about it. Now, what was going on?
Neil Degrasse Tyson
was reading The Blue Dot, written by Carl Sagan. Now, he wrote it because when they sent Voyager out to explore deep space, it got to Jupiter, they turned the cameras around, and they took an epic selfie of Earth. Now, that gave Carl a couple of thoughts, couple of ideas, you know, like physical distance. Me up on this stage, y'all in them chairs. Or y'all in them chairs and the sisters that went missing in Nigeria. There's not a lot of space between us when you compare it to the distance between here and Jupiter. Or better yet, what if you were Jupiter? And you're looking down at Earth. You might be a little confused by all the metaphysical distance that exists between all these carbon-based critters on this little blue dot. Now that gave me an idea, or reminded me of one, and the idea was this. If we could just focus more on what we got in common and less on what we got in different, we just might be able to be a little less indifferent. Y'all feel me? For that reminder, I just want to say thank you to
Neil Degrasse Tyson.